Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a video that's been planned for a little while, and please give a warm welcome to Chicken.
Hello.
Chicken was here in the very start. You were here for the early videos. Unfortunately, he knows me better than...
Too many people.
Yeah. So, you've all been very nice and sent questions his way, and we'll go through them in a minute. But first, how does it feel to be back on this shit?
We just had this conversation, like literally just now. Everything's upgraded. The early days was a desk lamp in our faces.
I've still got the desk lamp.
Exhibit A.
This was what we used for lighting in the early videos, because I couldn't afford shit, and I still can't.
It was perched like just above the camera here and pointed here. So like the setup, the location is a lot more professional. It's changed a hell of a lot, and
I still have neighbours and cars. I don't have soundproofing.
But no, I going from making the stuff to seeing how you progressed and watching every goddamn video. Like
you watch every video.
Literally everything. Yeah. It's like the kind of the image we had to begin with has changed really drastically. Yeah, you've obviously focused more on your passion, on your retro games, and which is absolutely fantastic because you speak from the heart, and it's
dangerous. It's dangerous.
Bit, yeah, but you know your love for video games and everything, your love for the just Sega comes out through your content, which is wonderful. And it's nice not to get punched in the face.
I loved punching you in the face back in the day. We've lost the ability to just beat you up.
No, it was like, I mean, it was nice. We like when we'd come up with like little sketches and the skits, like being in the woods and stuff, and
that was actually one of the questions. Might as well cover it now because we've decided. Late night reviews. Bill Thorpe asked, "Where was that?" Because he used to live in Guildford this way.
Oh,
so
okay.
You know the name of the area. We once did the Mortal Kombat vid. No, it wasn't. Sorry, Virtual Fighter 2 on the Mega Drive. Shit game. But at the end, we did a Mortal Kombat joke. That's why I got mixed up there. And when we were doing that outside, what happened? Oh yeah, people kept dealing drugs around us because my area ain't great, and we kept seeing people walk up this hill, shake hands, oh so convincing, and then bugger off without saying a word.
You know it's sketchy when of the people that meet, one of those guys is there 3 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was, well...
Yeah,
if you know Guildford... Yeah, if you know Guildford, we started up the top of Foxboroughs. Then we did one little bit up at Blackheath Lane over towards Merrow.
Was that where the dog walkers kept?
Yeah. I can't remember what we did up there.
I know the amount of dog walkers we had to cut out.
Oh
mate, the amount of people walking their dogs, walking past, and you're dressed up in a cape and a top.
Oh yeah, that was just like the silent one, wasn't it? Because it was too loud. So it was like silent movie kind of deal.
Yeah, we didn't realise that the world was so fucking noisy and people walking their dogs. Every so often, when you're about to do a dynamic, dramatic punch, and you hear "Lucy, come here, girl," you think, "Fuck that joke, didn't it?"
It was professional.
Never has been.
And then we did. It was a chase scene, wasn't it? Like an Evil Dead kind of thing up near the Cricketers.
Oh, that was
the Cricketers
ages.
Pub. Yeah.
Ages after I did the Evil Dead video, and I wanted it to be like the Evil Dead film, which is literally in the making they had like a scaffolding pole with a camera fucking duct taped to it, and they were running towards Bruce Campbell. Well, I thought, well, that's easy to do. The only thing is I need someone to hold the camera, so I got him. I don't know if I still have the footage. If I do, I'll show you. But there was one bit where you're running down my house and the fucker tripped on the last step. Do you remember? You were going to the door and you go...
Yeah.
I don't know if I still have that shit. I hope I do. They'll know right away because of editing and magic.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's all very local. And like as I said, I miss like the like the little planning sessions we'd have where like
we planned so far and achieved nothing.
We used to do exercise and
yes,
and during that, we'd talk shit all the fucking time, and it would be like, oh my god, like this, I nearly wet myself. This is really funny. You should do this, and we came up with so many little
You contributed
ideas.
so many jokes. My favourite one, we were once on. I'm going to be honest with the people here. We went to gym, but I won't run from the police. So I won't get on a treadmill, but I did do the cross trainer thing, which is pretty feminine, but it's cardio, so we did it. Anyway, this cunt once was chatting away with me, and I said about how in what I think is the Tasmania video off the top of my head, if I had a penny for every subscriber, and he straight away jumped in and said I still couldn't afford a fucking Freddo.
Yeah.
I wet myself laughing and nearly fell off the cross trainer, and I'm like hanging on to that stupid arm. I thought, that's so funny, I got to put that in.
Yeah.
And that happened all the fucking time.
Yeah,
But now we don't see each other as much because exercise, well, we decided we're not very good at it. So we'll stay in fat.
Well, it's always winter at some point. You got to stay warm.
Yes.
It's a health risk to get too in shape.
Yeah. Excuses and reasons. Bullshit.
Yeah, no, we don't get as much time to
hang out even.
to do anything. I mean, life gets in the way. Welcome to being a grown-up.
Yeah.
No, you're me.
Yeah. I did find it funny, like the first Let's Plays, we intended to do all Let's Plays with both of us. Yeah. But that didn't work because he's a chef, so his schedule was bollocks. And I'm a builder, so you would think that means I have all the time. But I don't. It's like I have all of the early stuff and the Saturdays. He has all of the late stuff and the Sundays. It's just like, well, fuck. Yeah. But
so when you're good at the job, they use you at the worst time.
Cunts.
But
and then I had to go at doing the Let's Play on my own. I remember the first one was that first Nuzlocke. I didn't know what to do or say. I thought, I haven't got Pete here anymore. His real name's Pete, but he's still chicken.
Spoilers.
I know. But it's just like, I didn't know what to say. I watched them Nuzlocks for the first times in forever, very recently. And I got to the episode called I Am Not Pished. And I thought, oh no.
Oh, that's one where you had a really bad day at work or something?
I had a really bad day at work, and I had a stupid amount of Jack Daniels, and I was cunted. Yeah.
But no, it helped for us to, play off each other's humour and comedy.
And I lost
shit
that.
like that.
So I had to try and ramble on and on, which I've become expert at now.
Yeah, mate, you are ridiculously good.
Ridiculous, yes.
I mean, what you guys don't know is there's like a 3-day pause between each cut in the video where he has to think of funny shit.
Yes. If you look very closely, you can see hair grow.
Yeah.
It's right here. Here it is. Its name's Greg.
Yeah. No,
I haven't missed this part of him being here.
I'm one of them. I'm a big cunt.
That was another thing of our first Let's Plays, what we called brown trousers time reasons. It was so unprofessional that in the first video we didn't notice this until we recorded the whole thing, by the way, without me knowing how to edit a Let's Play. It was like a fuck it and wing it, which we did okay, consider it was the first attempt, but it was only during editing I noticed. Okay, never mind. What the fuck is that noise? You had carbon monoxide poisoning, but we only found out 6 weeks after the beeping started. Stressed.
Just got raped by a priest.
What were you on about doing? That boy remaining.
Well, yeah, the carbon monoxide detector, it didn't work, but it was a beep maker. So
basically means you're going to die, and it only happened every half hour. For how many months did you live with that cunting beep? He was deaf to it,
like
man.
11, nearly a year.
So nearly a year of carbon monoxide poisoning, as this little alarm saying, "Oi, you're gonna die."
Yeah, but I had really good sleep. So, like, best sleep of my life.
Yeah, that's probably why we thought them Let's Plays were good, because everything was so blurry and lovely and pretty. Yeah. Why did we do that? That fucking game. Why did we ever do Project Nang?
We never finished it. It was, I mean...
Well, we did, but we didn't finish the Let's Play because...
No, but like back in the day, we never finished the game, so we replayed it. We finished it, like... It wasn't the idea we wanted. Like, it didn't have the results we were after, but we still finished the game. Yeah. And that, I'll hold that achievement.
The game's done. That's it.
You
It's
never
so
touch
good.
it again.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was a really good game, and it was really nice to think back on the times in school and stuff. Those little good periods.
That's the thing, because I do this sort of stuff all the time. I'm constantly surrounded by nostalgia, so it's tough to recognise nostalgia anymore. But for you, it's like he comes around here every so often, and he'll be like, "Well, shit, look at that thing over there," or "We'll play this." Fuck me, I haven't played that in a while. Like, while I've got him here, after we've done this, we're going to play a little Let's Play, and it's going to be GameCube, which is your thing.
Yeah,
and he's
love
even
that little bugger.
donating to the channel this. It's a Crazy Taxi, which I think I own the PS2 version, now the GameCube version, but it's for Dreamcast where it originates. I don't own the actual game, but I own the demo. I found it at a car boot sale, thought, oh, wow, not even the full game. Look at me win.
Yeah.
Turns out the demo for Crazy Taxi is actually quite rare. So I was like, oh, yay, maybe, but I still can't play the dicking game. Well, now I can.
Yeah. I'd say my biggest thing is give this man a huge amount of credit for his editing skills.
Don't bother.
No, but
I can edit that out.
When you watch the, if you've seen the Brown Trousers and stuff, like where we started, he didn't edit before this shit. He learned to edit for the YouTubing shit.
I had never made a video in my fucking life.
Yeah, so like, for me, it's been, like I've been watching your journey come through, and your ability to edit, whilst he's being a bit of a tool about it, he's really getting better, and it is, I don't know, it's really nice to see that you've grown in a hobby that you've got so much passion for.
It's surprising that it's done.
So
as
just
well
a
as it
little
has.
a little golf clap for your.
I can edit in audience sounds with that because editing and magic.
Exactly. 2 years ago, he knew jack shit. Like, he could build a house, but that's
I
about
wouldn't
it.
live in the fucking thing. I'm looking at the screen here.
Oh,
First question is by Frenchy Dog. It's essentially Frenchy. Hello. And he is asking, what is the weirdest game you've ever played and why? Do you want to answer it first, or shall I go? Because I actually think I've got one already.
No, you. I'm a little bit strapped on that one.
Well, this one's got a lovely story to it, which I think you know.
I don't know much.
One day, family time, went to Comic-Con. And the thing is, Comic-Con's got all of your PS4s and Xbox Ones and your Switches set up. You never get to play on any of them. Well, one day, a PlayStation 4 was available. I went, hot damn! Went over to play that, and then my son pulls my clothes. I look down and see him looking at me with puppy dog eyes and think, bastard. Never get to play at a Comic-Con, and he's already stolen it from me. There you go. And I go over talking to wife, and wife is talking to me, and all of a sudden she looks at the screen at the game that, guess what? I didn't pay any attention to. I didn't see what it was that I wanted to play that he ended up playing. So you can see what's going to go wrong. I bet you can predict it. I bet you can predict it. Guess what? You predicted wrong. It's nothing to do with horror. It's a bit porny, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to catch on there, but yeah.
I turned around to see that my 4-year-old son at the time, maybe even only 3, was shooting anime schoolgirls with an orgasm gun. So at the age of 4, he was giving girls orgasms. I'm not going to say how long it took me to achieve that. But hey, just a week ago, years ago. Anyway, that's the weirdest game I've ever played. Is I think it's Gal Gun, but it might be Gun Gal. I've forgotten because I haven't played it in forever. But you will see here in editing, we went round Comic-Con after that incredibly funny thing, and we found the game for like a tenner. It was so cheap. It was like, wow, this must be crap. Fuck it. So I just bought it. If you want to see a Let's Play of a horrible porny game, don't ask me to do that one, because I'll probably get copyrighted to dick. But yes, that's my weird game and story, because... You thought of one?
No, there's nothing really I can think of weird. I have a weird like of games.
Well, there's something I should say. I'm a console gamer, so all consoles. He's PC, Steam, so I should imagine you've played a lot more indie games than me, haven't you? Would you reckon that? I've played a good few, but
no. Again, I don't think. I mean, I'll give them a little. I'll dabble in them. Like, if you like a little bit of mind warping, you want something like Antichamber. You like most of you people will know that kind of shit.
The only weird game I can think of that you introduced me to once was The Binding of Isaac.
Oh, the Binding. That's a good one. That's a nice little kind of dark.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Maze. You know, you just.
What was the story at the start of that game? That was mega like, something to do with being abandoned by a mum, or a mum trying to kill you, or
essentially you've been locked in the basement, and you have to get out.
Oh, that's why you can relate to this game.
Yeah. Yeah, trauma. No, like I said, I've never really played much weird stuff. I had
It's just me.
I like what was it? James Pond 2, I think it was. I had on the Mega Drive.
Bloody hate James Pond, annoying little cod cunt.
As he knows, I very much enjoyed the game Bubsy. Yeah.
He was genuinely excited when I told him there's a PS4 edition coming out.
Yeah.
Well, it's out now, but at the time I told you, and you were like, whereas everyone else in the world's like, why?
Yeah, like I am the market for that game.
Yeah, you are the entire market. You are all of the market.
So yeah, I had an odd fondness for the shit people didn't like.
Definitely shit.
Yeah, and I think that's it really. I can't think of anything like really weird I've ever played.
That's fine. I'll go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This one's from Zobster. Here's a question. Other than nostalgia, what is it that draws you specifically to retro games and not the latest generation games? I guess this one's aimed at me, I guess.
I don't know.
Well, hey Zobster, how you doing, mate?
What he said.
Yes. Fuck, that's a tough one. What is it that draws me to them other than nostalgia? Well, I suppose for me, they weren't retro games as such. It was like, haven't kept every game as I've gotten older. There's been the odd one. Like, there was a time when pre-owned games got you actual fucking money.
Oh yeah.
So it was worth trading in the game. The only one I ever regret is that Army Men RTS, which Anti-Kraken just decided he'd buy for me. Thank you very much. Can't wait to do a Let's Play of that.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, what drives me towards retro games isn't nostalgia. I suppose it's a lot of things. One is the challenge. I don't find a lot of challenge in modern games unless it's, unfortunately, always linked to some sort of bullshit factor. Like, if a new game is challenging, it's usually because of something stupid. And you could play a retro game like a platformer, and it's just fucking hard, and you think, I'm gonna do this, you cunt. And then eventually you do, but it might be 30 years later.
Yeah.
Alex Kidd. But yeah, cartridge games are very satisfying as well. I don't know why, just putting a cartridge in a console is much more satisfying than holding a disc and not breaking it.
The sound of the plastic rubbing as you put it in, and then that clunk. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to get the cunt out.
Yeah, it's like,
how do they never break? Yeah, a disc.
Yeah,
I've got to go like
exactly. Yeah, like I could. Like you feel like you're revving a fucking lawnmower trying to get them out, but then they're fine.
Well, I still find it funny. Like, we used to take the piss out of discs back in the day, and then GameCube came out. This is Wind Waker, by the way. It's like, I still don't even know to this day what this is.
It's essentially it's like a mini disc.
Is that it? It's
like you had the mini disc players.
There's not a lot satisfying to taking that very delicate thing and plopping it in.
That's what I love. One of the things I love about the GameCube itself is you had that little button you push in the middle, and it would then pop. It would release the disc. Whereas everything else, you're putting the edge of the disc on a plastic tray to put it in.
But I still find it satisfying. Like demonstration here, cartridge. Just I can throw this at people, and the game will live longer than them.
Even if you break the shell, you can just put it in new shell.
Yeah, but disc games just get so fucked. But no, other than nostalgia, it's just a bit of everything, really.
For me, it's like I enjoy not only the music, for instance.
Oh yeah.
It's not like it's obviously different to nowadays, but kind of like that tinny. You know what I mean?
The Mega Drive has its own sound.
Yeah.
Which is unmistakable. It's like the SNES, if you grew up with that back in the day, you were subjected to a lot of orchestral type music. But, orchestral classic, that sort of thing. But if you were subjected to Mega Drive / Genesis, it was industrial metal sort of sound.
Yeah, exactly that.
I always found it weird how like certain games, even gameplay and visuals aside, because it always differentiated between the two consoles, it always depended on the game. Like Earthworm Jim sounds great on the Mega Drive, sounds shite on a SNES. But then you've got your RPGs, and RPGs sound great orchestral with your SNES, and they sound a bit stupid with your synthy sound from the Mega Drive. That's just what I always think of when it comes to retro stuff. They have the most defining sounds.
Yeah, so I very much like the music. I like how varied everything was back then. Now you get a lot of like the best games on the market nowadays are really similar genres, so everything's in the battle royale stage right now.
Yeah.
And that's great. Like, you like what you like, but back then everyone had something different. Like, yeah, everyone liked Mario and everyone liked Sonic, but every individual had a wide variety of games that, like, ideas were new and they were fresh, and it was such a
more original ideas.
Exactly,
at the time,
it was such an original and such a vastly expanding library of games that were coming out.
That just makes me think.
So it was always exciting when a new game was coming, because you're like, is it going to be a platformer? Is it going to be like, you know, Mario or Earthworm Jim or Cool Spot, or like, you know, you just didn't know. You just didn't know, and it was exciting.
It makes me think of the new God of War. God of War, when it first came out, was its own style of, what you call it, beat 'em up, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not really a side-scrolling beat 'em up. You're in an area, beat the shit out of everything, story, plot, bollocks, button action, beat the shit out of everything, continuous loop. Then a new God of War comes out after all these years, and the thing God of War was known for, its game style that everything copied at the time, we've done away with that. We're now doing The Last of Us / Uncharted, that kind of crap. And everyone's like, oh, it's the best God of War ever. Yeah, but it's not really a God of War anymore.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. I just find it weird that, you know, if you played one series that was one genre forever, and then, but now I'm this, you'd be like, okay, it's weird. Although I can't fault the fact that it's worked.
Oh no!
Everyone seems to love this new God of War. I haven't played it yet.
No, not actually played it, but it looks fucking fantastic.
I will eventually get it, but I'm a tight sod. I can't word. Tight sod, so I shall wait for cheap.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, as I say, that's it. Shit was different back then, and it's. I think remasters are doing the industry an injustice. They're nice, but it's not.
Spyro's really good. Well, I have a lot of nostalgia for Spyro 1, 2 and 3, don't care. But that was a great remake.
Yeah.
Crash,
without doubt, but I crave new ideas. I do like indie games because it's somebody trying to do something new.
I like the fact that most
keeps it interesting.
Yeah, most good indie games are 2D platformers, and I hope that doesn't change.
Oh, what was it?
Although there's a lot
Bastion.
of 2D RPGs, and they're kind of wanky. People think, oh no, they're actually good. Yeah, but if you look at the sheer amount of the fucking things, you'll realise, yeah, there's a lot of shelf shite.
Yeah.
There is some good stuff, of course. You've got your Pier Solars and stuff like that. But you do have a lot of crap. Whereas with your 2D platformers, you've got, well, alright, it's a remake again, so I suppose it doesn't count, Wonder Boy, but you've got your Monster Boy, Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight. I love Hollow Knight, but I also hate Hollow Knight. Fuck that game, I can't do it. It's so bloody hard. Don't ever play it. If you value your controller, stay away.
Yeah.
Fucking game. So this question is from, I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this right, so I shall put text.
Veridicus, I think it is.
Vridicus, sorry. One way or another, we got it wrong.
Velociraptor.
We might have got it right somewhere, but we've definitely got it wrong now. Most overrated, I suppose, would be interesting. What is the most overrated game, in my opinion? That's easy. Fortnite. There. I don't even need to go into detail. Look at it this way. When kids were into their Minecraft, I thought, this is great, because as a parent, I can't fucking afford Lego, but I can afford a £20 game that's infinite Lego. Kids are creative. They're building shit. There's some people out there that have built, sets. Well, they're not even sets. The lands from Game of Thrones in a sort of perfect scale thing in Minecraft blocks.
Oh, they've recreated the world.
Yeah.
They've done it with Lord of the Rings, like the castles and the...
They've done it with so much. Yeah, Harry Potter,
fucking,
everything.
Where's the place the dwarves come from? But yeah, like they recreate the universe of these movies.
Yeah, and it is just so creative, and I thought that was great for kids. That's a great thing to be into. Fortnite, Well, it's another bloody shooter thing.
Yeah,
That's why I think it's so overrated.
But it's like, I don't think you can just limit that to Fortnite. That's the genre. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, I played a little bit of Fortnite. It was good fun, but the whole competitive scene, and you've got PUBG, you've got Call of Duty. You know, like
Call of Duty. That were overrated. Fuck, I wish I thought
exactly.
that
So it's the genre of the battle royale game. I get the appeal of it, but I think there's so much hype in it. But it's so easily commercialized.
You were a big fan of Overwatch for a while, though, weren't you?
Yeah, I played a lot of Overwatch. But when it got into the world tournaments and stuff like that, they tweaked the game and tailored it and changed all the characters so frequently.
Did they?
Because it would once your team of 6 found the best combination, you'd win every time. Oh. So they changed the way the characters played, so you'd be forced to find a new best setup. You know, so it made the competitions more interesting.
That sounds like how they made Pokemon more and more complicated.
Yeah, so you know, I'd log in one day and you go, oh, there's a patch. So yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, this character you're like, yeah, they don't do that anymore, and that skill's bollocks now. And you're like, okay, I'll get a new character. 2 weeks later, yeah, no, fuck that cunt as well. So they tailored it to make the pro scene more exciting. And that pushed me off it. Like, I wanted to play because it was fun and it was, you know, it was nice. And yeah, they made it. They did it to make money. I can't blame the company. It just put me off it.
I've never been that much of a fan of first-person shooters anyway.
Yeah, for me, overrated isn't just a game; it's the genre of the battle royale shooters.
Oh, you want to know what are the best metal bands of all time? Well, this is going to be, in my opinion, I'm a big fan of industrial-style metal. So my favourite band of all time is Fear Factory. Well into Napalm Death at the moment, and another one which you'll take the piss out of in terms of name. Anal Neck Wrath, I think it's called. Yes, it looks like anal. Ha ha.
Anal neck wreath.
Cunt. So yeah, heavy metal industrial stuff. Check out Fear Factory if you haven't, made it. Brilliant. Another one very quickly from Old School Variety Face. You want to know what's happened to Kev? Well, he is alive. Well, I don't know if it's confirmed medically. It might be some sort of black magic shit. In fact, I think that's it. But Kev is alive, and he will be coming back to the channel in a little while. What have you thought of?
The way you looked in there, and Kev is alive, was as if you'd been either forced to make that statement, or you're hiding something.
I am making this statement under my own free will, and under no duress.
So, edit in a picture of Kev holding up today's newspaper that definitely isn't photoshopped. You know, like, just seemed a little suspicious.
Well, now you've fucked away all the secrets of editing. Cunt, I shan't bother now.
Yeah, no, I actually spoke to him.
Oh, you spoke to Kev?
Yeah, so I haven't seen anyone for a while because of work
and life
and
lack of.
Yeah, he texted me today. I've got to go. I'm going to meet up with him on Wednesday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
so
I haven't seen him in
months.
Then. I mean, I could. I don't think he'd appreciate paparazzi.
He doesn't appreciate anything.
No,
miserable git you are. I can say that because he won't watch.
Yeah. And this is the last you see of Tom.
If only. Then I won't have to go to work tomorrow. We've left this one till last. This is from
a good one.
Probably the longest viewer on the channel.
Second longest.
Well, alright, in terms of people that I've never bloody met, and this guy has given so much to the channel in terms of games and stuff. Yeah. Just sheer number one, I nearly said fan, but I have to admit I fucking hate that word. Number one viewer, Anti-Kraken. You have asked for the Q&A, how did you get your friends to make a video with you? Sometimes I can't even make photos of anybody. What is the opinion of your family, wife, kids, grandparents? Is there a way to help the channel, like new hardware for rendering and shit like that?
I don't like his family. I'll start with that one.
You've met
I'm
them.
I'm kidding. They're wonderful.
I've met them.
Look, how did you get me into this? What was it?
Gunpoint.
No, it was. What does this smell like? I think it was. No, in all honesty,
Drugs.
we'd both been talking about it. Again, like saying, I used to play Overwatch, and within that you could record little snippets and stuff. So I uploaded some of my gameplays, and it was a mutual interest. We watch YouTube, we play games, like you put two and two together, and braver man than I, he bought a capture card and started,
Well,
and I was like, well, like, fuck it, if he's gonna put the effort in, like, we started riffing on ideas. And
yeah, I tried getting you and Cope into it. Cope, he wanted to be like, what's that bastard's name? Stuggy? Is it Stuggy?
something like that, yeah.
Stuggy, Snuggy. something.
Cope would have been great in the era of Vine.
Yeah.
He's a funny, strange, touchy man.
Yes, don't sit close to him.
Yeah, but he's really good in like short, like little bursts
And long distances.
really long distances.
He's a bit rapey.
Yeah.
That's the way of narrowing him down.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it was a mutual hobby, and we talked about it, we joked about it a lot, and then at one point we came up with a lot of ideas. We wrote them down, and we were like, let's do it.
Well, do you remember how we even came to the idea of we're going to do it?
No.
I do. Another friend of ours, Mike.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to do it first, but Mike had been in a horrible motorbike accident.
Had a prang.
Yeah, he had a prang. He pranged it and flew through the air like fuck.
flew through the car.
Yeah, just a little bit. If you want to know how bad his injuries were, there are two ways of narrowing it down. One, the poor bastard nearly had to have his leg amputated. He's the same age as us, literally weeks apart from our age. So, nearly had to have his leg amputated. Thank God. Didn't. But the part that will make you cringe is he had his nutsack ripped open.
Sorry, Mike, if you're watching.
If you are watching, exposed. But he had a lot of time stuck at home for obvious reasons. He couldn't do a fucking thing. He was bored shitless, so he watched all of the Netflix, all of the Amazon, and all of the YouTube, which is an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah.
And he decided, I want to do a channel. And one day I went round there with a laptop that broke. I didn't hit it much. And while he was diagnosing the hard drive, trying to get stuff off of it for me, he said, would you want to do a Let's Play? I said, that depends. What's that in? And he says, I'll show you. And he starts recording us. I'm like, what? Looking at the camera. That's me. What are you doing? And then he passes me a controller. I'm like, oh no. So is this one of them live jobbies? He's got, no, it's not one of them things. Thank God for that. And then he explains it to me, and then he clicks record. But when I saw my face on the screen, I thought, shit, it's recording already. That's how much I knew.
Well, I mean, he wasn't recording, but they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I know the truth. But he wanted to do his channel, and he kept trying to brainstorm everything. He couldn't come up with a name. He asked me for several names. I came up with Gomlet Games. And he said, why Gomlet? I said, because Gaming Omelette. And he said, why Gaming Omelette? Why not? I genuinely had no other reason beyond that. But he stuck with that name, and he planned everything, like down to the lens on the camera. He planned so much, and expenses, and planning, and timing, and all this. And he would always ask us for advice, wouldn't he? He would show us a bit. And
he definitely asked you and like me through you, but yeah. He was always after, just looking for ideas to improve and that kind of shit.
Yeah, but he kept asking us for advice, and then he went through a stage where he didn't do anything for a while. I just thought he was at home planning again, which is what he kept doing. And then I was at the car boot one day, and I thought, fuck it, and I recorded a bunch of shit, and then I was at home thinking, why have I done this? What am I going to do with it? I know, I'll throw it together and make a stupid vid. And then one day when we were walking to Gym, that place that we rarely frequented, I was telling you about what I was trying to think up. I wanted to record the whole one man, one quest, that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And then I said I want to get to the point where it just like sort of dramatically goes, I couldn't find anything. And he suggested, instead of saying that, why don't you say, so what did he find? Fuck all. Yeah. But make it big in terms of fuck all. And that was how the first video came up. So I guess we both linked into that, even though you're not in it, but you did come up with the main joke. And I came up with the
I'm the
joke.
funny one.
Yeah, I'm the brains of the outfit. Yeah. The looks.
He never said good looks.
Bastard.
See?
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck you. One more very quickly from Anti-Kraken. Favourite tattoo on my body? Well, you don't have a tattoo, so that's the end of that question.
Mine on your body, though?
Well, I'm not showing you the one on my bum. But my favourite tattoo is actually one I'm working on. I'm finally getting this fuck up covered. Soon
Covered?
enough. Yeah, I hate this tattoo. It's shite.
No.
I won't even bother showing you, man. It's terrible. But I know you've shown interest in this. It's a band called Leviathan. It's a one-man band. Google Leviathan, and if you can't find it, because there's probably a million bands in the world with that fucking name, Jeff Whitehead. That's the name of musician. So, yes. Is there anything else you would like to add to this video? We've gone through the questions, we've gone through some of your experiences and memories. I've had fun.
No, it's been good. I don't know.
It's tough to tell with you because you're so fucking sarcastic all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, have you got anything you can give them? Like maybe. I don't know. I don't want to like put you on the spot, but is there maybe like a little spoiler to something to come, or you know what's coming up? What's coming up in the next like month, so to speak? Like, do you have any big like channel plans? I know you normally do like your gaming news and your updates and stuff, but like...
Well, collabs have become a thing all of a sudden.
Yeah, shit, he's getting popular, isn't he?
Yeah, the one with Button Bashers. Well, to be fair, both collabs that have happened to me so far, well, technically they've been free, because me and Bill Thorpe always just... I don't know, we just meet up and do stuff sometimes and say, fuck it. But with Button Bashers and Do You Nerd, it was very much like... Well, with Do You Know, they said, you've won the competition. Like, wicked. They said, you got to do a video. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't plan on winning. Oh, no.
It's almost like you didn't watch the other winner. Like
I did, but I didn't plan on winning. So that was a shock and a mad rush. And then everything got pushed back a bit. And then the Button Bashers contacted me and I thought, oh, chance for another collab. I should jump on this. And then everything got pushed back a bit. So this next Sega Head episode is like... as I try to reach for the cunt.
Yeah.
And so that is still happening, slowly but surely. Losing track of things and going on to rambling. See, I told you.
Well, no, that's good. So you got the Sega Head episode. Oh, mate, it's contagious.
Yeah.
You got the Sega Head episode coming up, and you got a cheeky little review.
Cheeky little tech review, and I know you want more My Life in Gaming. You want there to be a GameCube one.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Again, like, but I.
Words.
Little known fact is we actually met each other when we were about this big. We went to nursery school together, so like
you
really
had.
young.
I remember the two things that defined us because we were losers, even more so then. You were as blonde as ever, and you had a bowl cut.
Yeah,
because you were unfortunately
basically,
very poor.
Yeah,
and I was this height from the age of 12 and up.
Yeah.
So literally a behemoth among mice.
We knew each other when we were like 3, although we didn't know it, and then we became friends in secondary school. In our teenage years. So we spent like a surprising amount of our lives together, and hearing the whole stories about it. No, I don't know a lot of the personal stuff, but there are some instances in there where. My life has intersected with it, so it brings back some good times for me, and
I
learn a lot more about you. So it's like
I'll tell you, it's actually it's a real trip doing them My Life in Games. I didn't realise how much of my life I blacked out.
Yeah.
And as I'm like trying to remember, I'm like, what the fuck happened when I had a PS1?
Yeah.
I know there was life. What was that life? And I go, Spider-Man. No, wait, that's a game. Cunt. What happened outside of it?
I am Batman.
Yes. It was really is trippy, and the annoying thing is, I'm now getting to the point where I'm remembering shit and doing videos for stuff that happened in secondary school, which was depressing as shit sometimes. So yeah, we were the bottom of the food chain, except for one guy, Daniel Chang, poor bastard. Always feel sorry for him, even though he's built like sodding Schwarzenegger now.
Yeah, but yeah, so. And it's I don't know, it's different. It's a little bit personal to me as well, and it's it's content. I don't watch anything like that. I like the biggest guys I watch: Nerdcubed, Soviet Womble. They are some funny bastards.
Nerdcube, that one video you made me watch and you couldn't stop laughing. The one with the plane that fucked it.
Microsoft Flight, I think it is. He makes a noise in there that has never been. It's not even that. It's like I can't make him.
Well, he started choking as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but he the wings off his glider snapped, and I've never heard a human make another noise.
Like a fucking dart to the ground, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I I watch like random shit, funny shit, and so to have like this one personal experience, even though I know you, like it's like I don't watch anything, and it's like I am genuinely looking forward to the next one. Like I seriously am. It's a series that I follow.
I'm just wondering what other memories I'm going to dig up.
Oh, not too many.
Shall I tell them what the next console will be in My Life in Gaming, or shall I let that stay a secret for now?
No, keep that one under
Keep that secret.
Because like
you can blame him for that.
I don't even know that shit.
No,
and
if
he told me, I forgot. But yeah, so
well, it's not going to be the fucking CDI over there. Piece of shit.
Next to his STDs.
And on that note, right, thank you very much for watching this trip down memory lane. We're now going to do a Let's Play. We'll tell you what that is. Actually, we're going to do Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I think we might have mentioned that earlier.
You did indeed.
Well, I did indeed. But that's a lot of nostalgia for us. I would have liked to show you the Wii U one actually, but I couldn't be fucked to set it up. Lazy.
We're awfully close. This is not a good idea.
Wii U, not Wii.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
It's been a long day.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.